one morning, Gordon's fire would not light.
I don't know what's wrong. There must be gremlins about.
What are gremlins?
I've heard they're little green men that love to mess around with machinery.
Can we find one?
Pa! Gremlins don't exist. They're just an excuse when things go wrong. You silly little engines. Honestly, when will you two grow up?
Well, Gordon, that depends on whether the gremlins decide to stop messing around with your firebox. Or perhaps you're just being lazy.
The Fat Controller had heard everything.
Silence! I am expecting a VIP, a very important person today. He has heard that all of my engines are really useful. Please prove it.
Yes, sir.
Of course, sir.
Yes, sir.
As long as the gremlins don't interfere.
What gremlins?
The ones in Gordon's fire, sir. That's why he's not ready yet.
We'll see about that.
And he did.
Gordon, I expect you to be on your best behaviour today. You are to pull the special coach for my special visitor. But no high speeds, please. He won't like that.
Gordon was proud and pleased. He was waiting for his special coaches when Percy puffed in.
What's the matter, Gordon? You're late.
Driver says gremlins have jammed the points.
God, they must be everywhere.
At last, the points were mended and Gordon puffed away with the special coaches. He was soon working hard to make up for lost time. After he arrived at the station, the Fat Controller became concerned.
Where's Thomas? He's supposed to be bringing my special visitor. Pa! Thomas isn't really useful if he's late.
But it wasn't long before Thomas arrived.
I'm sorry. A cow's straight on the line, and we had to wait for the farmer to take her away. But driver says your visitor's here. Safe and sound.
Indeed he is. How nice to see you.
Who is it?
I don't know, but he seems very important.
What makes him more important than a grand engine like me?
I'm not sure why he's so important to the Fat Controller. The only thing I've heard about him is that he's from some town far away overseas. I think it was Shinyville? Tinkletown? Oh, botheration. I've forgotten the name. Well, wherever he's from, he must be doing well. He has a very nice blue suit.
He's got a dog as well. Oh, woof woof.
Pa! Thomas is just a lazy little engine. The Fat Controller is expecting me to arrive on time. We're late because of Thomas.
Gordon decided to make up for lost time. Then there was trouble.
I think we better slow down. These rails are a bit bumpy. They haven't been replaced yet. This could make things uncomfortable for the VIP.
And it did. He was taking a bath and the water was slopping all over the place. Gordon was very relieved to reach his final destination, where James was waiting to collect the Fat Controller and his special visitor. Gordon was pleased, but not for long.
Gordon, I need you to take some flatbreads to Thomas's Junction. The rails there need replacing. Oh, yes, sir.
Gordon was annoyed, but he didn't want to get in trouble with the Fat Controller. But he was still cross when he arrived at the platform. Gordon blew an extra long whistle. The whistle frightened the dog. He thought it was time to board the train.
Stop!
And jumped just in time.
Oh, woof woof.
Gordon was too cross to notice the dog in his cab as he thundered down the line. By the time Gordon realized what had happened, he didn't know what to think.
Gordon. Thank you for bringing in these supplies. We've been needing those since James damaged some of the rails when he was coming through here. Mind you, he was riding roughly nicely. I just thought it was because he wasn't happy pulling trucks. But he's been different lately.
If you ask me, it's a nice change. We don't need him to boast about himself all the time.
Well, speak for yourself, Gordon. I did want him to think about others for a change, but something doesn't feel right. It's almost like he's a completely different... Oh my, Gordon. I see you finally caught your gremlin. Isn't that the special visitor's dog?
Gordon was horrified.
Is that who the dog belongs to?
Yes, indeed. The visitor must be worried sick.
Just then, the Stationmaster arrived.
Thomas, would you please take the visitor's dog to the docks? The visitor and the Fat Controller will be waiting for you.
Oh, yes, sir.
Gordon, the Fat Controller will talk to you later.
Gordon was worried. The dog jumped into Thomas's cab. And Thomas set off for the docks. The dog was nervous, but he had a lovely journey all the way to the docks.
What's the dog's name?
Well, after today's events, I was thinking of renaming him Gremlin, but his name is actually Mutt.
Well, he's certainly been a very eager gremlin today.
Excuse me, sir. But who is your very important visitor?
Why, didn't I tell you? This is a very good friend of mine. His name is Mr. Conductor, and he agrees with me. You are indeed really useful engines.
Indeed.